Well, the political landscape is going to be transformed beyond recognition for the European elections next year with the entry into the fray of one Colm Williamson, who wants your votes in the European election next year. He wants to go to Brussels and represent us as an MEP. Now, if you don't know the name Colm Williamson, you probably will know his work. He is the brains and the creative force behind Waterford Whispers News. Interesting to see that he wants to become a politician. Why? Well, let's go over to the man himself and find out. Colm, welcome to the programme.
Hi Ian, thanks for having me on.
So Colm, why do you want to become an MEP?
Well, I suppose the money, the 100 grand a year plus expenses, Ian, is probably the main reason I want to go for it, you know.
Okay, well, there's an honesty there that is refreshing that we don't usually see in politicians. Are you running for a party or is it just yourself?
Well, the party I would be running for is my own party, which is the Swingers Party, Ian.
The Swingers Party, as in swapping partners?
No, I just decided on the name Swingers.
Okay, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah. Now, okay, let's. The most important thing any candidate has is a platform on which they stand and the policies that they adhere to and want to see implemented. Yours are, to say the least, a little off the wall. Let's talk through.
What do you mean by that?
Well, let's talk through a few of them and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. You have a proposal for the old, the Ordry Hotel, which I'm not saying is a bad proposal. It is just unusual and off the wall. What would you like to see happen to that hotel?
Well, I think it's a good proposal, Ian. Basically, I would like to see the Ardrey turned into a large-scale digital clock, you know, an alarm clock,
right,
for the city, an 80s style one. Which would have speakers on the side for say, like important days like Dole Day in Waterford, just to get everyone up out of bed and remind them that they have to sign on on Tuesdays,
right,
and that kind of thing, and special occasions like New Year's Eve and that countdown and that kind of thing.
But wouldn't there be one of the problems there? Wouldn't it be that you could never have the excuse for the Dole officer, for your boss? Oh, I didn't know what time it was anymore because it's there.
Well, it's a big problem. It's a big problem in Waterford. People, you know, they tend to forget to sign on, and I think this would eradicate that problem in Waterford.
Well, there was one such instance the other day where people did forget to sign on, and that was because of the launch of Grand Theft Auto 5. What do you want to see happen in relation to situations like that?
That was a big problem, yeah. There was about 50,000 people in Ireland, mainly young men aged between 18 and 30, that just forgot basically to sign on last Tuesday due to the release date of this game called Grand Theft Auto 5,
right,
which was a big seller apparently, and people forgot to actually sign on that day.
Okay.
Well, what I propose going forward is to maybe have a signing on office or a social welfare office inside the game online on Grand Theft Auto, where the player could then get into his car online, go down to his social welfare office, queue, and then hit whatever button then to sign on. It's all electronic these days, Ian. It should be fairly simple.
Very good. Interesting suggestion. Now, if you are running and you are elected as an MEP, you won't have a direct influence on what happens in the Shannon. Of course, we've been asked to vote on Shannon abolition next month. But leaving aside the fact that you're running for the European elections, what are your thoughts on the Shannon? What should we do with it? Should we abolish it or should we keep it?
No. The problem with the Shannon, Ian, is it's too expensive. It's too expensive to run. So I think the best option there would be to outsource it to India, like all good companies do these days.
Right.
If we could just outsource the Shannon and everything that goes with it to an Indian call centre, you know, I think that would be quite cheap to run. It would be well managed. Yeah. I don't know, communication issues. I mean, they're only small things, you know, but definitely, yeah, outsource the Shannon to India would be a great idea.
Okay, a couple of other things I see on your campaign page. One, I think, which is, again, an interesting proposal, is one you submitted to the local city council regarding the need for reform of the old grotto system. Tell us about that.
Well, I read a story. This is how the idea came to me. There was a story not so long ago, I think it was last month, about a woman, a Muslim woman, she wanted to go to a park to pray, and there was an issue about that. But my thinking on it was, how about we change the grotto system we have here in Ireland? There's plenty of grottos all around the country, and what we should do is have a rotating grotto.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Like, the statue, the Holy Mary statue. If we rotate that and have some kind of system where that could rotate to a Buddha, could rotate to, say, Bob Marley for Rastafarians, and maybe have no statue for the atheists, that kind of thing.
Just an empty space then for the atheists?
Just an empty space, yeah. I mean, they obviously they can just go there and just sit there, basically, or sit on the fence, so to speak.
Okay, final question to you. One of the major problems we've been having in this country in recent years is the lack of jobs and the number of people emigrating. You have an idea for a compulsory forced emigration course. This is a bit controversial. Tell us about it.
Well, basically, a lot of people recently have just got their Leaving Cert results in, and the people who haven't got into college, what are they going to do? They're just going to leech off our welfare system. What I propose is that these people who fail to get into college post-Leaving Cert should be made do a compulsory FOSS course in emigration, where they would learn all about the immigration procedure. They would do a 2-year course, the last 16 months of which would be training in Australia, where we would just ship them off to Australia for an internship in immigration, basically.
Very good. And what are you calling this course?
At the moment it's just an immigration course. At the moment.
No, I heard you were calling it the Leaving Cert.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's one of my advisors thinks of that one. Yes, the Leaving Cert.
It's a pretty poor joke, Colm Williamson. It's a pretty poor joke. This is a serious issue, and you're making a mockery of it. I
don't really think so, Ian. I think it's a good proposal.
Well, we will see come election day next year what the good people of the south of Ireland think about your proposal, and also I'm sure the people of Kilkenny will have words to say about this thought of yours of turning the traffic signs from black and amber to blue and white. It might be popular in Waterford, but you won't be winning many votes across the rest of the south with that one. Colm, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck next year. Thank you.